Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's video on the 4 phases of holistic natural energy recovery. These are the exact phases that I use inside my energy and hormonal rebalance system to help my clients overcome the long-term, frustrating hormonal imbalances and inflammation issues that create a really slow functioning energy production system. I'm Dana Gardner, for those of you that don't know me, and I empower ambitious women to break through exhaustion, to regain energy and increase their productivity with a proven energy boosting diet to start living a life that they absolutely love with excitement. So aside from my energy and hormonal rebalance system, I also have a couple of smaller like Kickstarter programs like the Crush Your Fatigue protocol. But it is my energy and hormonal rebalance system that I'm absolutely proud of. I love working with these clients. This is a personalized approach to overcoming your energy issues. If there is one thing that I have learned about how to regain my energy and kick my fatigue to the curb, it's this. You can fix fatigue with a meal, or you can't fix fatigue with a meal plan or a bottle of supplements, an IV treatment, or acupuncture. You can't fix fatigue with medications or sleeping pills, and you can't fix fatigue with exercise or self-care like reading or knitting or that sort of thing. In fact, from my own experience and from my education in holistic nutrition and a 12 plus year journey into figuring this all out, and learning how the body reacts to the things we take part in and deal with each day, the energy boosting solution that you find on Google, your basic Google search anyway, are all wrong for women like us, women who battle long-term debilitating bone-crushing fatigue every day. So I was really determined to fix my fatigue right from the get-go, right from my diagnosis. And I knew it had to be done very differently from what I had been taught about Western medicine and usage. There was no pill for me. There was no prescription. And at least the doctors flat out told me they couldn't help me. I wasn't given too much of a rigmarole. And I certainly gave many of the pieces of advice that I saw about energy boosting in magazines and supplement ads and TV and the internet, of course, all this stuff. I gave it all a pretty good try. I switched to a clean eating diet for a few years. I started to exercise most days of the week, and I bought all the supplements that I could afford. A lot I couldn't afford. I tried sleeping more. I tried sleeping less. I tried doing meditations and relaxing more often. I started reading so much that was all I did at night. Nothing was really working. Sure, I did sometimes get a temporary increase in energy. I wouldn't call it a boost per se, but often I was just feeling worse and worse and worse. Super frustrated too. My energy crashes continued to be so excruciatingly painful, hitting me when I least expected it, often after a really good week of following all the energy boosting advices. So when I set out to uncover a solution to reverse my chronic fatigue syndrome, and put it into remission with the goal of never dealing with a crash again, that's pretty technical. When I set out to get rid of fatigue and feel energized and actually live a life I love, I uncovered some very interesting omissions in the world of energy boosting nutrition, exercise, and self-care. Namely, that none of the solutions that you see online in magazines, within health programs even, or in books were directly focused on the 4 phases of energy healing. Many do touch on some of the components, but not quite in the collection or pathway that is necessary to really get your body back into a state of healthy, long-term, sustainable energy production. So every single one of the solutions that I'd come across in my own research online, and every single one of the solutions that I did try myself, missed the crucial first step, which is to break the fatigue cycle. You must break your fatigue cycle before any type of energy healing begins. Your fatigue cycle is the root cause of your exhaustion, keeping your body in a state of perpetual rest because this imbalance is so strongly related to survival. Your body wants to survive, so when your fatigue cycle is turned on, it's going to do everything it can to signal you to rest a lot. The worse your fatigue cycle, the worse your overall fatigue. And the unfortunate truth is that the more you try out the so-called solutions to boost your energy, well, you've probably experienced this, but the more frustrated and confused you become when they don't work. The more defeated you feel by the jumbles of information and that just aren't helping. And the worse you make your fatigue cycle. So the fatigue cycle is the very first part of the process to uncovering your energy healing potential. This isn't going to fix your fatigue, but it's going to get your body back into a state that can, where the rest of the steps in the process will ensure that it becomes rebalanced and a high energy production machine. So you have to break your fatigue cycle in order to turn on energy production. Then the next phase of the process is just to really make sure that your entire body, not just certain parts of it, and especially your energy production systems and the hormones that are related, have the correct amounts and ratios of fuel, also known as nutrients, in order to do their jobs, right? I mean, a car, think of a car, like a high performance engine needs high performance fuel. Giving it crap or purple gas or diesel is not going to give it anything that it needs to, it's not going to be very high performing, is it? So this is part of the refueling your energy nutrients process, and another very misconstrued part of energy healing. For example, the fatigue cycle uses up a lot of sodium, magnesium, potassium, and cholesterol. Yet the most common energy boosting solutions talk about increasing iron, vitamin B12, and adrenal adaptogens. While all of these play an important role in overall health and energy, they won't do you any good until you refuel the nutrient gaps created by the fatigue cycle. And you can't only refuel the nutrient gaps after the fatigue cycle is broken. Otherwise, it's like trying to fill a swimming pool that has a huge crack in the bottom. It's a waste. So, the third step in the process is to make sure that you are boosting and improving the cellular response to energy, nutrients, and hormones. 90% of your energy is produced by the mitochondria in your cells. Many of our health and hormonal imbalances prevent the very nutrients and hormones needed for energy production to get into those cells and allow those mitochondria to do their job, which is make energy for you. So we also need to make sure that the cells are optimized to respond to the energy, nutrients, and hormones so that your body is capable of producing lots of energy for you, right? This phase also includes increasing the number of mitochondria inside your body to increase energy production even more. So we have phase 1, break the fatigue cycle, stop the perpetual spinning of your survival mechanism that keeps you stuck in a state of exhaustion. Refuel the right nutrients that have been missing, figure out what those are, of course, and refuel them with the right nutrients or right foods, everything. And then make sure that the cells are able to respond to the nutrients that they need in order to make energy for you. Finally, phase 4 is we have to ensure that the body is set up so that your fatigue cycle isn't turned on again for you. It might turn on, it's not like it's impossible, but we want to really create this really strong, resilient situation inside your whole body where the triggers to that fatigue cycle, it's going to take a lot to turn it back on. So we create resiliency, robustness. This is where we work on creating a really resilient stress response and improving overall total body health with the correct amounts and types of nutrients so that you can handle the busyness of your daily life, enjoy a few of the, maybe the food triggers that cause a fatigue cycle once in a while, and have more fun and still feel awesome. It's in this phase where much of our mindset work happens as well, because it's typically our limiting beliefs and personality patterns that turn on the fatigue cycle once the nutritional healing has happened. A lot of women will start with this idea that all you have to do is eat better, and I'll just change my diet and then that's all I need to do. This is so not true. There's so much more beyond nutrition, but don't worry, it's not tough stuff. It's small actionable steps every single day, one, two, or three actions a day, and we work on just overall really strengthening the body. So if you're battling chronic fatigue right now and you're looking for a solution that touches on the correct phases of energy healing, I would love to have you join me in my Energy Hormonal Rebalance System. You will get lots of one-on-one support and direction from me inside this program, along with personalized health plans each month. We do assessments on your body to make sure that we are giving you aligned guidance on nutrition, lifestyle habits, and mindset work. This helps you stay on track, improves your motivation, helps you take the right actions. When we take action, that's how we boost our motivation, not the other way around. So this is just my way of getting you from point A to point Z as fast as possible. It's not 2 weeks fast, but within about 6 months, if you stay on track and keep giving it your all within your energy levels, of course, I understand that, you will definitely notice a drastic transformation from exhausted to energized. So if you want to learn more about the program, there's a link in the description of the video that you can use. All right. Thank you. I'm sending you tons of love and abundant energy healing potential. So I will see you next time.